All right, so I am going to be reviewing two websites. The first one is icitizen.com. The next one is accountable.us. And the reason I liked both of these websites were because they were very user-friendly. I could see myself as a teenager, or any teenager, and even myself now, because I'm not all that technically savvy. But these two websites were very easy to read, and um, you were able to learn a lot easily without it being too confusing, which sometimes government websites, you have the lingo, the genre, it can be a little confusing sometimes. Okay, so iCitizen, you come here and the first thing you do is, other than seeing how to use it, is you see these polls, and for any teenager, they're going to want to see what's popular, and they weren't going to want to express their views as well. So let's see, this one is NFL anthem protests and how you feel about that. I've already done, let's see if it will let me. So you can go down here to on the sidebar too to polls. So I mean, there's tons of, and they just keep going. The one that I already voted in was childcare in the U.S. And so let's just see the results. Let's see. So after I voted, it lets me see what the results are and how many people felt the same way as I did, and well, how many didn't, and or not exactly, and out of how many votes. And it's kind of cool to see how you matched up with everyone else. You can also go down to ideas, and this is kind of neat because when you have an account, you can pretty much put in any idea for a bill that you want to see in Congress. One that I liked in particular was provide free water. Kind of makes sense. I could see what this person was trying to say, and you can kind of put what your stance is on the issue, whether you think it's an awesome idea or a really bad idea. It also has organizations that are part of iCitizen. But one thing that I really liked as well was you could go in and see all your elected officials. Let's go to the Senate really quick, and it has everybody, and it says like who they are. It says what their party is, what state they're from, and then you can click on anyone, and it has a little bit of a bio to them. It has their contact information, Twitter accounts, which I also like because I've looked through several of these elected officials, and they are very, I guess, current on Twitter. Twitter's a big thing, and they update it recently as well. Like they're very on top of it, and it just kind of appeals to the youth, and they kind of know what they're doing using Twitter. They know that it's smart and it's a way to grab attention. And but yeah, that's what I really like that about iCitizen. It's simple, it's easy. You can get your voice, put out there, your reviews. I think it's great. The other one, Accountable US. This one was kind of the same way. It's not quite as simple as iCitizen is. It just kind of looks a little bit more messy, and it's fine. There were some other ones that were listed as part of the assignment that were definitely worse than this, but I'm reviewing this one instead. So if you go down here, you have all these bills, and up here it divides it, which ones are trending, which ones are federal. I just do the trending one right now. So for example, let's just go to this one, tax relief for hurricane victims, reauthorizing the FAA and expiring healthcare programs. It tells you what kind of bill, what bill number it is, how recent it was. Let's go ahead and take action, and you can see both issues, like both sides of the issues. I mean, why they're in favor of this bill and why people are against this bill, and not only the general yay and nay, but also you have people's opinions. Like if you have an account here, then you can actually post your opinion and you can vote whether or not you agree with that opinion. And I think that it's wonderful that right here they put the bill's actual progress, and this one, it looks like it's just been rejected as of a couple days ago. So and it tells you the exact numbers of of how many voted yay, how many voted nay, and it tells you the whole background of the bill. And there's so many different bills on here. Oh, sorry, that was not what I wanted. There's so many different bills on there that you can look up, and that you can really just get your voice out on, and read why people want that bill, why they're against that bill, and not feel so lost when you hear about these bills and like, what's that bill even about? Well, you can come in here and you can look it up, and you'll see exactly what it's about and what young people think about that bill. And anyway, like I said, I like both of these websites just because they're so user friendly and they really do appeal to the youth. Obviously, we have some obvious youth things in here, but anyway, for teaching a class of teenagers, I think that these two websites and apps would be just the top at the top of my list to introduce to these kids. I think it would really keep their attention, easy to use, and really just kind of fun. So, yep,